I wish somebody told me about these things before I pursued becoming an influencer, or even before I became an influencer, so that I could see more success, maybe quicker growth, or even just save my sanity. What's up everyone, I'm Millie, I'm an influencer coach, and welcome back to my channel where I post weekly videos like this one teaching you how to grow and monetize your business online as an influencer. As always, timestamps will be in the description down below because I value your time and you already know why you're here, so let's just get into it. Number one, the first thing I wish I knew as somebody who was just starting to become an influencer. Reaching 10,000 followers doesn't change a thing. It doesn't. I feel like we all have this weird expectation that when we hit 10,000 followers, we'll become legit, or things will change. We'll start getting paid brand deals. That's when we could start making money, or it's just some barrier we have to break through in order to do whatever it is that you want to do. But that could not be further from the truth. You can absolutely have a goal of hitting 10,000 followers, but don't let that goal stop you from doing everything else that you want to do. At the beginning stages of my journey of becoming an influencer, my first goal, the main priority was, okay, how can I hit 10,000 followers? I wasn't thinking about anything else. I just wanted to hit 10,000 followers because that's when I'd be legit, right? So I was pursuing and growing and trying to grow and da-da-da-da-da. Finally, I hit 10,000 followers and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. Waiting for the brand deals to come in, and I'm sitting at my computer and I'm like, okay, any second now. And guess what? Nothing changed. There was no magical thing that happened. Brands didn't start emailing me. I didn't make more money. Nothing changed. You want to know what actually changed my business? Focusing on other things other than follower number. If you want to start landing paid brand collaborations, you don't have to wait till 10,000 followers. Start pursuing that now. If you want to sell digital products or sell an online course, don't wait to hit 10,000 followers. Start doing that now. That goal is a great goal to have, but really when it comes down to setting goals for your business and your growth as an influencer, is setting goals that you have control over. You don't have control over how many people follow you or when people follow you, but a more realistic goal is, okay, I want to post every day Monday through Friday. So post every day Monday through Friday because you have control of that cadence. Or I want to launch my first digital product by this date. Again, that's a goal that you have control over. So nothing magical happens when you hit 10,000 followers. Get that out of your brain. It doesn't exist. There's nothing magical about it. Number two, email list. If you're an aspiring influencer and you've heard of this before, you've already heard somebody say, oh, start an email list, grow your email list, but you're like, that doesn't make sense for me. I want to be an influencer. I'm growing on Instagram. I could do that later. This is for you. Also, if you're like, Millie, what the heck is an email list? Never heard of that before. I will explain. So an email list is a list of email contacts that you own. Basically, the most common way you see this is on somebody's website when they say, sign up for my newsletter, and you put your name, your email. If someone were to sign up for your newsletter, you get their email contact, you own that, and that is considered like a warm lead or somebody who they've raised their hand, they're like, yes, sign me up, I want to hear from you, I'm your biggest fan. So having that list of contacts, it's super powerful. That's your community. Those are the people that, one, they want to hear from you, and two, if you have something to sell, they're probably going to buy from you. Okay, now if you're on the side of, Millie, I've heard about this before. I know I've heard grow an email list, start an email list, blah, 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 blah. But that's not my goal right now. My goal is to hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. My goal is to post to TikTok, grow on Instagram, grow on YouTube. That's my goal. Let's pause for a moment, okay? When I used to teach students one-on-one, the first thing I would have them do, so first what we would do is we would work on branding. We would figure out their unique branding identity, their unique positioning, niche, content pillars, colors, mission statement, their unique positioning in their industry so that we could better create content for them. So step one was branding. Step two was starting an email list. Before they even pressed record on Reels or before they even started doing research to create a content calendar, no, I didn't let them touch it. We would go straight to email list. And I remember when I first started working with Bree, I remember she was like, Millie, my goal's not email lists. Why are you having me do this? I told you I wanted to grow on Instagram. And I was like, just trust me. And she was like, okay, I trust you. So what we did was we just created a free gift for any new follower. And this free gift was a macro cheat sheet because she was in the fitness industry. So we just created a simple downloadable on Canva, put it to an email list, and anytime somebody put their email, they would get this freebie in return. So we just made that really quick, really easy, took less than 24 hours. And then finally, I was like, okay, let's get into content creation. We started creating content together. Of course, her Instagram starts blowing up. She grows like 40,000 followers in 6 months. And because we started with her email list, without even trying, all she had to do was put the free gift in her bio. Without even trying, she gained over 2,000 people on her email list. And those are all people of contacts she owns. That means she doesn't have to rely on an algorithm to reach her people. 100% of them can be contacted at any time. And what happened was she ended up starting a coaching opportunity. She emailed her email list like, hey, I'm gonna start coaching. Sign up if you want coaching from me. Immediately sold out. She didn't know the benefits of an email list when she started, just like I'm sure all of you might be, or where I was like, no, I'm not gonna do extra work. Like, I just wanna grow on Instagram. I didn't see the benefit. I didn't see the value. You don't need to see the benefit. You don't need to see the value right now. I get it. That's not where you're at. Just trust me, create a freebie, grow the list. If you need help, I have a downloadable for you, free downloadable. I think it's 10 pages and it walks you through how to start, grow, and serve your email list. It goes over, hey, this is how you create a freebie, this is how you would set it up, and this is how you would email your email list. Very simple, step-by-step walkthrough. So if you want to start, grow, and serve an email list, 100% recommend downloading this. This is something I wish I had before I blew up. So that's why I created it, because I was like, okay, what's something that I wish I had before I was an influencer? It's this freebie that I created for you. It is that. Get it. Number 3, what I wish I knew is the pressure of expectations and the consistency never stops. We have this like hustle and bustle of like, oh, I need to grow, and you constantly feel that pressure of like, I need to post, I need to do this, I need to do this. That pressure never goes away. You would think like, oh, once I hit 10,000 followers, or like once I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm a free bird. I never have to do anything again. And that is just not true, unless you reach burnout and you realize, oh crap, this pressure really sucks, and then you have to take a step back and be like, how can I increase efficiency? Hire a team, hire out, and go through the whole thing like I did. But just a fair warning, that pressure of having to constantly show up, it never goes away unless you are intentional and working on yourself every day to make sure it goes away. I assumed like, oh, I'm just feeling this right now. It's fine. I'm just gonna like power through. I assumed that pressure would go away. I assumed once I hit a certain number of followers, I wouldn't have to post as consistently anymore. But the more you grow, it's like going to Vegas and doing what's it called? Lottery? The lottery? Gambling? It's like gambling. Once you hit 10,000 followers, it's like, oh, that's not enough. I need 20,000. Once you hit 20,000, immediately you like don't celebrate. You're like, oh, I need to hit 30,000. You're constantly on a grind. You're constantly feeling the pressure to post. You're constantly trying to come up with new stuff so you can post consistently. That pressure doesn't stop unless you right now set that boundary and release the pressure from yourself to do that. So something that I like to tell myself is like, 1, I need to give myself grace. If I miss my posting time, it's like, that's okay, there's tomorrow, you know? And I like to think to myself, 1 year from now, is this gonna be a big deal? If the answer is no, then I try to roll it off my shoulders. So just start setting those boundaries now. And if you start feeling that pressure, I don't know, this one's kind of hard to explain because I'm still working through this myself. Even after all of the growth that I've seen here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, I'm still trying to figure out, how does this pressure stop? How do I get this pressure off my shoulder? How do I not feel anxious when I miss a post? So it's just something like, I don't really know the answer to this yet. I'm working through it personally, but that pressure I feel like has never lifted since I decided to start. And I wish I knew sooner that this pressure wouldn't go away in like 2 years, 3 years from when I started. So that way I could give myself more grace and more peace through my journey and figure out, okay, how can I bring separation to my identity and my business, like not define myself by my business. So it's something I'm working through. I don't have an answer for you right now for how to do it, but just a heads up, that pressure is kind of always there. Let's learn how to separate that pressure from your identity. Okay, number 4 is not so much a tip that I wish I knew, but I wish this business existed when I started, and it's Stan Store. No, it's not sponsored. No, this video is sponsored by me. This video isn't sponsored by anybody. So I wish Stan Store existed when I started, because I remember when I started, I was like, okay, I need to buy a website, I need to buy a domain, I need to buy a Shopify because I need to sell products, I need to buy an email list host, I need to do all these things, I need to invest into Canva. There were so many things that I was paying for, and I wish there was more of like an all-in-one tool to help me generate money. It seemed that every single tool out there, there was like multiple payments that you had to do in order to qualify to get money and generate money, and it was a lot. So I wish Stan existed back in the day. Now I refer all of my students to Stan, but basically Stan Store is like an all-in-one tool to help creators make an income. It's also a link in bio platform. So you don't need to have a website, you don't need to have a domain, you don't need to set up Shopify to sell products, and you don't even need an email list host. I know earlier I talked about like growing your email list. You don't need to pay for like, what's it called, MailChimp or Flowdesk, all those things. Like you don't need to pay all for a bunch of different tools. You could just pay for one tool that does everything for you. So Stan is $29 a month. You build out your link in bio through their Stan store. You can set up freebies to send to people who sign up. You can sell digital products, memberships, coaching, any sort of online digital offer you can sell through Stan store, and it's just $29 a month. Usually people ask me like, is there a free alternative? Yes, there is a free alternative. Another alternative would be direct.me. But I don't recommend that. I recommend investing the $29 a month. It's worth it, because if you sell like, let's say your digital product is $10 and you sell 10 a month, you're fine. It's part of the investment, profit and loss, as that was called. Anywho, here's the thing. If you want a free link in bio platform, you can use direct.me. But if you want to make money and sell products, I wouldn't recommend direct.me because they take a percentage of every transaction, whereas with Stan, it's just one payment. $29 a month, no matter how many orders that you get. If I have 1,000 orders, I don't have to pay a percentage per order. It's just $29 flat fee. Whereas with DirectMe, if I was making 1,000 sales a month, which I'm not doing that, but just an example, if I'm making 1,000 sales a month on DirectMe, they're taking a percentage of every single sale, so I'm actually losing more than just a flat cost. So I wish I knew about Stan Store when I first started. It makes making money a lot easier, growing an email list easier, and having a link in bio platform all in one. I'm obsessed. Number 5 is hackers and people stealing your content and piracy, is that what it's called? Basically, the more you grow, the more attempts people get at like trying to hack your account. I probably have to change my Instagram password once a month because I'll get a notification saying that somebody's trying to log into my account and it's not me and it's not my team. And we're like, that's suspicious. That's suspicious. That's suspicious. So hackers are a big deal. When I was celebrating my birthday, I had a notification pop up that was like, oh, you've been locked out of your account for this activity. And I was like, what the crap? It was very scary. I had to like figure out how to log in, change my password. Things were going, it was just crazy. So hackers are a big deal. The more you grow, the more attempts you'll get at people hacking your account, especially if you're an influencer who is generating some sort of income. It's more likely for small businesses, entrepreneurs, and content creators to get hacked or to be attempted to get hacked because you're making some sort of income. Therefore, your platform's more valuable to the hackers. They could try to scam people through your account, or they could try to get you to pay more because that's more valuable to you. So they're like, we'll give you your account back if you give us $30,000. And you're like, that's a lot. So that's a real thing. And people stealing your content all the time. I get people trying to steal my course off of, like, I sell my course through Thinkific. People try to steal my course content. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, it just never stops. It never goes away. Have a good lawyer. There you go. Number 6, don't be a yes man or woman, or don't be a yes person. I still need to work on this. I feel like I tell myself this all the time. Like, I've heard the phrase, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. I suck at listening to that. That phrase doesn't work for me. I thought it would work for me. I really did. I wanted it to work for me. But it just didn't. It just didn't. I don't know why. I say yes to things because I feel like I owe it to other people. Anytime a brand reaches out to me and I'm like this much of a fan, I'm like, yeah, let's work together because I want to make you happy. I want you to be happy. I want to show you how awesome I am, you know, and I got to stop doing that. I need to stop saying yes to everybody, being a people pleaser because I want them to be happy. I need to step into my CEO pants and be like, does this actually benefit me? Does this actually benefit my business? No? No. I need to do that. I don't do that. Don't be a yes man. My main example is like brand collaborations. That's like the biggest thing to gut check. If it's not, yes, I want to partner with you, don't do it. Don't do it. Even if they're offering money, I've had to turn down thousands of dollars in collaborations because my gut said no. And then sometimes I even said yes to ones where my gut was like, don't do this. But I said yes because the money looked good and it was the worst collaboration I've ever done. Worst collaboration I've ever done. So listen to your gut. I guess that could be number 7. Listen to your gut. Say no. Get comfortable with saying no. If people reach out to you via DMs and they're like, hey, can you audit my Instagram for free? No. Do you do one-on-ones? No. Do you want to be on my podcast? No. I need to set those boundaries, and like, I want to say yes to everyone because I want everyone to be happy. But it's burnt me out so much in the past. I'm even to the point right now where I've hit burnout, or like I'm like creeping up on burnout and I'm about to like pass over and die. And the reason that I've like approached it is because I've said yes to so many things that I should have been saying no to. Anytime somebody wants to like schedule a call with me and they reach out via email like, hey, I want to hop on a call with you. Do you want to do this interview? Do you want to do this? I've been saying yes, but you got to learn to say no. Your time is valuable. Your sanity is valuable. Your mind, your heart, your soul, your body is valuable. Check your gut. And we need to figure something else out. The whole like, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. We need to figure something else out. If you have any other recommendations or if you heard any other phrases for that, let me know in the comments below because that one doesn't work for me. I need to figure another saying. Number 8 is don't be afraid to invest in your business. The first 2 to 3 years, I was doing everything on my own for free. I wasn't paying for tools, and that's not a bad thing. If you legitimately cannot afford any extra penny to be spent on tools or courses or products, like that's okay. That's for you. But for me, I could have paid for certain tools and I could have bought courses. But I was like, no, I'm only gonna do free content. I'm gonna do free, like I'm gonna watch free webinars, YouTube videos, learn on my own. And I wasted like 2 to 3 years of my career trying to do it on my own when as soon as I bought an online course, my growth just skyrocketed. And it wasn't just like one online course, but as soon as I purchased an online course, started to take action, hired a team member, like once I started investing into my business, the growth just like snowballed and everything fell into place. Typically when people are like, Millie, when should I hire? It's like when you have been at a standstill or when you feel like you've hit a ceiling, if you've stopped growing, you can't make any more money, you haven't seen any progress in your business, that's usually a sign that you need to hire out and you need to hire somebody to take tasks off of your plate so you can focus on the money-making tasks. Investing in my business has been the best thing for me. Hiring a coach and working with a mentor and finding somebody that I could just like really talk to, that they could guide me and like not hold my hand, but they could really give me the right advice for what I wanted to do with my business was the best thing that I could have done. And I don't think I would be here today if I continued to take free trainings and if I continued to just try to learn through free YouTube videos. If you feel like you've hit a standstill, this is probably your sign to invest in something. Buy something, even if it's like a $5 Instagram photo preset, right? Just start investing into yourself. You could start with the Stan store. Like that Stan store is gonna make you money. So invest into the things that are gonna make you money back. That's really what it comes down to. If you're like, Millie, I don't know what I should buy, I'll link my store down below. I have a few digital products you could check out. I do have like, an Instagram course and a few things. You could just check it out. You could dabble around, see if anything's of value. If not, go look and find your favorite creator, see what they sell, invest in them, and support other creators. If you've made it this far and you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hug that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss when I post my next video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Follow your joy. Bye.